Is it possible for someone to survive falling from an airplane without a parachute? You're on a flight at 30,000 feet and suddenly the door pops open. Before you know it, you're being sucked right into the jet stream and all you can think about is the ground rapidly approaching beneath you. Do you survive or do you plummet to your death? This is the question that we will be answering in today's video. In fact, we will also be answering these questions. Does the human body have the ability to survive such a catastrophic event? And if so, what are the best tips and tricks to ensure that you can survive falling from a plane without a parachute? As always, our mission is to help you learn about our world and the universe we inhabit through exciting new videos every week. So buckle up and get ready to dive into the science of falling. Falling from a great height is quite possibly the scariest experience that a human can encounter. However, there are a select few people who have fallen from thousands of feet and survived. So let us take a closer look at exactly what would happen to your body if you were to fall from a plane. The first thing that you need to understand is that if you were going to attempt to survive falling from a plane, then you need to prepare yourself mentally. As soon as you realize that you are falling from a plane, you need to be prepared for the experience of a lifetime. Fortunately, there are a few steps that you can take in order to increase your chances of survival. Firstly, you should prepare your body by tensing all of your muscles to ensure that they are ready for impact. Secondly, try and protect your head by putting your arms in front of your face. And lastly, try and position yourself feet first. By doing this, you will increase your chances of survival exponentially. And now that we've got the mental preparation out of the way, let's take a closer look at what would actually happen to your body. So let us assume that you've fallen from a plane and you're now falling through the clouds. The first few seconds of your fall will be very intense, both for you and for your body. Within the first couple of seconds, you will be reaching speeds of over 100 miles per hour. That's around 45 meters per second. Don't worry, though, because at this point you haven't yet reached your maximum speed. As you continue to fall, the air will begin to push against you, and that's when you'll feel the wind rushing past your ears. But even though this will probably be the scariest part of the whole ordeal, it's actually not the part that will cause you the most harm. In fact, the real danger comes towards the end of the fall. The reason for this is because the faster you are falling, the denser the air becomes. And as you continue to fall, the density of the air will eventually catch up to you. At this point, you will feel an incredibly strong force pushing against you. This is due to the air no longer being able to move out of the way fast enough for you, and it's this resistance that will cause you the most damage. At the end of your fall, the resistance created by the air will actually bring you to a momentary stop. And it's this sudden stop that can cause the most damage to your body. But before we go any further, we want to ask you guys a favor. If you're enjoying this video, please give us a thumbs up because it really helps our channel grow and allows us to bring you guys more videos in the future. Now, according to the experts, the air density needed to bring your fall to a stop is equivalent to around 3,600 feet or around 1,100 meters of solid concrete. This is obviously not ideal for your body and could potentially prove fatal. However, despite this, there are a number of reported cases of people falling from planes without a parachute and surviving. For example, there was a case in 1970 of a woman named Elizabeth Andes falling from a small plane at around 25,000 feet. She managed to survive the fall and only suffered a few minor injuries. Another case occurred in 1980 when a man named Luigi Preti fell from a hot air balloon at around 17,000 feet. He survived the fall and only suffered a broken leg. So, what makes these people so special? Well, the truth is there's no one answer. Each situation is unique and there are a number of factors that could have contributed to their survival. For example, in Andy's case, she had a thick layer of clothing which helped to protect her body from the force of the impact. In Preti's case, he had a large parachute with him, which helped to cushion his fall. However, there is one factor that both of these people had in common, and that is the element of surprise. Both of these people fell from a relatively low altitude, and they were able to brace themselves for the impact. On the other hand, imagine you were in an airplane at 30,000 feet and the emergency exit door suddenly burst open. You would have absolutely no time to prepare yourself. And this lack of preparation would drastically reduce your chances of survival. There is also another element that you need to take into consideration, and that's your weight. If you weigh more, then you will generate more force upon impact with the ground, which will increase your chances of suffering serious injury or even death. On the other hand, if you are lighter, then you will generate less force upon impact, which will increase your chances of survival. Of course, there is a limit to this, and if you are too light, then you could be thrown around in the air when you fall, which would also increase your chances of serious injury. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? Well, simply put, it's better to be in the middle when it comes to your weight. Now, if you are unfortunate enough to find yourself in this situation, it's important to remember to relax your body. We know this sounds counterintuitive, but it can actually increase your chances of survival. Why? Because if your muscles are tense, then your bones are more likely to snap under the immense pressure that you'll experience. Therefore, it's important to remain as relaxed as possible in order to survive the fall. Another thing you should remember is to aim for a soft landing spot. If you can see anything when you fall, then you should aim for a soft landing spot such as trees, bushes, or even a pile of leaves. Of course, if you are falling from a great height, then there may not be much time for you to choose your landing spot. But if you can, then it will significantly increase your chances of survival. Ultimately, the decision of what to do if you ever find yourself falling from a plane without a parachute is entirely up to you. The best advice we can give you is to remain calm, protect your head, and aim for a soft landing spot. Remember, even if you do everything right, there's still no guarantee that you'll survive the fall. But by following these tips, you'll maximize your chances of survival. So, what do you think? Would you survive falling from a plane without a parachute? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you want to learn about other incredible survival stories, we've linked a video in the description that tells you the story of a man who spent 23 days lost at sea and how he survived. Thanks for watching.